turn our attention to women's singles. And it is the former world #1 and 2013 world champion, beaten in the final here in 2014, Ratchanok INTANON, against the current world #1, TAI Tzu Ying of Chinese Taipei. Well, when we look at the women's singles draw, I can tell you at the start of the week we had 4 former champions. 2 of those former champions lost in the first round, Yamaguchi and Pusala Venkata Sindhu. So by quarterfinals, there was only 1 former champion, and that was the defending champion, Nozomi Okuhara, lost out to Michelle Lee. As you can see, 6 different nationalities involved in quarterfinals, 5 seeds, just 2 in the top half of the draw. So we will be seeing both of the women's singles semi-finals. We're starting in the top half of the draw. It was a big surprise that Yamaguchi pulled out after just 21 points. She was actually leading 11-10 in the first round against Fitriani, and then pulled out. She lost in the first round last week as well with Yamaguchi, so there's obviously an injury problem. But here come the 2 players, led out by the former finalist, Ratchanok INTANON. 5 years ago, she reached the final here, losing out to her idol, Wang Yihan. Last year, she was the #2 seed, but lost in the second round. For TAI Tzu Ying, this is her 9th appearance here, and the first time she's progressed past the quarter-final. Well, as you can see, this will be the 26th meeting between these 2 players, and Ratchanok INTANON holds the very slight advantage, having won 13 of the previous 25. But TAI Tzu Ying won the last 2 encounters, including the quarter-final of the Indonesian Super 1000 event. 3 games on that occasion, 1 hour and 4 minutes. So to the #6 seed, the 24-year-old Ratchanok INTANON, #6 on the world ranking, but did spend 2 weeks as world #1. Incidentally, she went down from the #1 place on the race to Guangzhou to #2, and has to reach the final to regain that place at #1 on the race to Guangzhou list. But all of her matches, as you can see, in straight games, left-handers, both from Japan in the last 2 rounds, Okori and Takahashi, and it was revenge for defeat by Takahashi in last week's quarter-final. Had to save 3 game points in the second game before winning it 23-21. TAI Tzu Ying, the #3 seed, went up 3 places on the world ranking this week, back to #1, so this 138th week in total as world #1. 9th appearance here, as I was saying, 3 previous quarterfinals, and her first semi-final at the Korean Open. She's only the 2nd women's singles player from Chinese Taipei to contest a semi-final here. The first was 11 years ago, Chen Xiaoxie. Well, as you can see, like her opponents, she's won all of her matches in 2 straight games. 32 minutes for the first round against Busanan Ongbang-Rangpan, 26 minutes against Chai Yin from China, and then against the 2017 World Junior Champion, Gregoria Mariska Tunchun. Had to save 2 game points in the opening game, and let me tell you, as we look at our court officials, that she was 14-20 down in the second game, won 8 straight points to close out the match. And funnily enough, Morten, I had just said on commentary about 5 minutes earlier, TAI Tzu Ying looks over-relaxed, but she does look to me as if she could win points at will. And then she rattled off 8.
I'm sure you were very, very happy with that comment.
8 straight points. It was quite remarkable. Anyway, our umpire is Sakamoto from Japan, and our service judge is Kim Hyun Yup from Korea. 26th meeting between the two.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Isn't it?
You know, when we're checking up on stuff like this, it's 2-1 for one or
Ladies and
3-2 or
gentlemen.
something like that.
On my right,
26.
Ratchanok
That's
INTANON,
out of this
Thailand.
world.
Yeah. For a 24-year-old and
on my left,
25-year-old.
TAI Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. Ratchanok INTANON to serve. Love all. Play.
So the first of the women's singles semi-finals gets underway. Ratchanok INTANON nearest to us against the current world number one, TAI Tzu Ying. And incidentally, I know I've made a couple of comments recently about I don't think junior results should count into our stats. I checked. None of those previous 25 encounters between these two were at junior events. They've all been senior events. So it really is the 26th meeting between the two players in senior badminton.
2 love.
Oh, my goodness me. TAI Tzu Ying didn't even
love.
move for that.
Came so quick. Good play there by INTANON.
Ah, this is a brilliant start by the former world champion.
4 love.
That looked a little bit long, that lift.
Service over. 1-4. Change.
Well, both these players have contested 4 finals so far this year. Both of them won 2 titles. For TAI Tzu Ying, the Malaysian Super 750, and the Singapore Open, that was a 500 event.
Service
But also
over.
reached the final of 2 of the Super 1000 events, the All England and last week in China. For Ratchanok INTANON, 3 of her 4 finals have been at Super 500 level.
Service over.
Won the
2-5.
Malaysian Masters and the Indian Open, then lost in the final of the German Super 300 and her home event, which obviously was another 500 event.
Service over. 6-2. Seven, 2.
Oh my goodness, I think she fooled herself there.
Service over.
How many double
3,
actions
Yes.
7.
can you do in 2 seconds?
Oh, she guessed that.
They have played 25 times prior.
Yeah.
She's seen that one before.
Oh, that's well left.
Yeah, it's a good lead from the back line there.
4, 7.
But for me, there is no doubt that TAI Tzu Ying have to be more patient when she's playing Ratchanok, because Ratchanok can sort of match her in so many departments. You know, when it comes to technique, movement on court,
Service over.
pace, all the rest of it, she can match her.
4.
Yeah.
And that means that TAI Tzu Ying really have to be quite patient in what she's doing. And I think, you know, when we've been watching her lately, I don't think she's got that patience. And the opening here, 8-4 down, is kind of showing me the same. She is making mistakes that I think she should
Service
normally
over.
not play.
5-8.
I seriously wondered yesterday whether she was a little bit injured, TAI Tzu Ying, because she looked so laid back on court and then suddenly just upped her game.
Yeah, it was very close margin.
Service over.
24-22,
9,
22-20.
5.
Yeah.
Very close.
Service over. 6-9. Seven, 9.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah. Just
8,
1 point in
9.
it. I have to say that very, very rarely have I ever seen TAI Tzu Ying refuse to change the shuttle when her opponent asks to do so.
Yes. She always oblige.
Yeah, it's nice. Good sportsmanship. Also shows confidence. I can win with
Service
anything.
over.
Any shuttle.
10-8.
Oh, challenge here. First challenge of the match.
Ratchanok INTANON challenges called in.
Yeah, good challenge.
Collection out.
So,
11-8
mid-game interval.
3-point
advantage for this lady. Obviously not the one we're looking at the moment, as soon as I said that.
The picture changed.
We changed to TAI Tzu Ying. It was a good challenge.
I think it's interesting when you see a lot of players, they're fighting for the honours of, you know, representing their country next year at the Olympics in Tokyo. But these two
20
players, they are
seconds.
almost guaranteed
20
their spot,
seconds.
whatever happens. Ratchanok INTANON is number 3 on the list already, and she's only on 7 tournaments, and TAI Tzu Ying at the moment is number 7, only on 5 tournaments.
11,
So as soon
8.
as they are playing their maximum
Play.
10 tournaments, and you can count the average from there, I think they're pretty safe going
Yeah.
to Tokyo next year, whatever happens.
Yeah. Certainly as far as TAI Tzu Ying is concerned, I think the next ranked player from Chinese Taipei is about 40.
Yes, the next
Service
one for
over.
Thailand is Pornkovi.
9-11.
She is number 17, but only having half the number of points at this stage as what INTANON is having.
Good net shot.
Oh, that's a good smash.
Service over. 12-9.
Yeah, got the line.
13-9.
Tai Tzu Ying's coach, Lai Chen.
Oh, that's a nice shot. That's so delicate.
Court. Service over. 10-13.
Yeah, coming back to what we discussed, or what I was trying to say on Tokyo as well, it's all about planning, is it? It's all about getting the right balance between playing enough tournaments but not playing too many. It's all about injury and not injury, but still to make sure that you get the points clocked up early enough to make sure that you qualify.
Oh, that's a good shot. That little hold and flick from the backhand net position from Tai Tzu Ying, deep into the backhand corner of her opponent. Played to perfection. And once again, it's just 1 point in it. And now back level. Ratchanok wants the shuttle changed. And as always, immediately agreed to by Tai Tzu Ying.
14-13.
Was challenge here.
Tai Tzu Ying challenges called in.
Well, she was right over it.
I think she's got a good point. I know it's the far back line from where we're sitting.
Oh no, it's
in.
Deemed on the line.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 14-all. Play. Service over. 15-14.
Well, that was a good little spell for Tai Tzu Ying.
16.
That last rally, 7 of the last 8 points.
Oh, yes, that's a good smash.
Yeah.
Service
There was a
over.
little bit of slice on that, wasn't there?
I was just going to say it.
17,
Yeah.
I like the
15.
fact that she's still going for power and placement, but also adding on that slice to it, because that means it's going very steep.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful shot. Goes out.
Yeah. Tight spinning net shot, forcing the error.
18-15.
Drifted wide.
Service over. 16-18. 17-18.
Oh, that's just delightful. What a shot.
Service over. 19-17.
Yeah, Intanon is doing the same shot. She can do it similarly to perfection. But this time it was a little bit of her own medicine, and there we saw it.
Yeah, don't you do that to me, I'll do it back to you.
Something like
Service
that.
over. 18,
Love it.
19. Okay, wipe the coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
Thank you.
Fishbowl, and Secretary 10, Chai Island.
Play.
And on my left, Bruno Provodi and Pizza Penance Mentaro.
Oh, that's going wide. It's 19 all.
19 all.
Oh, it's gone miles long. My goodness, you'd done all the hard
20,
work, Tai Tzu
game
Ying.
point, 19.
She had built the opening. Look, if Tai Tzu Ying had been a little quicker forward, she could have killed that. So the game point opportunity on a run of 3 straight points to Ratchanok INTANON.
It's out.
Opening game on a run of 4 straight points for
First game
Ratchanok
won by
INTANON.
Ratchanok INTANON,
Oh, that is absolutely
21-19.
extraordinary. Careless play at the end of that game. And Tai Tzu Ying pays the price. Opening game to the former world champion, Ratchanok INTANON, 21-19 in 16 minutes.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, it was quite clear that as Tai Tzu Ying came back onto court, just adjusting the support on her either hamstring muscle or quad muscle, so there is definitely an injury problem there.
Second game. Love all. Play. One love.
She guessed that one. Anticipated it really well, Tai Tzu Ying.
2 love.
but no chance. I'm sure that Intanon had been running that one anyway and got it back, but it was good anticipation. It's out.
Missed it.
Yeah. Intanon seems to be the more steady of the two today.
We have in the past, though, Morten, questioned her stamina levels.
Yes, Intanon.
Intanon,
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's coming into play today.
I think TAI Tzu Ying is struggling physically with an injury.
Service over. 1-4.
Well, we've started the second game exactly as we started the first. 4-love lead to Intanon and then 4-1.
Wipe the coat, please. Thank you.
Oh, what a shot.
Service over.
That skimmed the top of the net as it went
5-2.
over, you know. That's how tight it was. Absolute perfection.
Service over. 3-5. Service over. 6-3.
Yeah, good play by Intanon. Tight spinning net shot there
7-3.
on the backhand side after forcing twice into the deep forehand corner. That's very nicely played.
Three.
Oh, my goodness.
Did she get that one back? It's in. There's a challenge.
Ratchanok INTANON challenges. Hold in.
Here we go. Yeah, it was in. That line judge on the back line there has been spot on because they both challenged one of his calls and he's been right
Service
both
over.
times.
4-8. Play.
9-11.
Service over.
To me, there's no
9-4.
sense of urgency with TAI Tzu Ying at the moment, and that absolutely says to me that she's a little bit worried about her movement. That she's not so injured she can't play, but
Service
she's
over.
worried perhaps of doing further damage,
5-9.
especially after a terrific tournament last week where she reached the final in China, 3 hard games against Carolina Marin. I think she's a little bit wary, maybe, of doing further damage to a slight pull or stiffness or something.
9.
I think you have a point, but it's impossible to say. But
No.
But you definitely, you have a point. One could speculate.
Yeah.
Eleven
11-6 the advantage to Ratchanok INTANON here in the second game, having already won the first.
Wipe the court.
Quite frankly, this is one of the quickest encounters between these two players. 24 minutes to get to this stage.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was a match within the last 12 months where they played as well, and it was very, very quick. And I remember that Intanon was saying to the press, "This is the quickest match I've ever had against TAI Tzu Ying, and my easiest win ever." And it was kind of similar to what we see here. Possibly the scores were even more significant.
Yes, I can tell you exactly when it was. It was the quarter-final of the Malaysian Masters 500. And Ratchanok won 13 and 14.
Yeah. I don't think TAI Tzu Ying wasn't ready. She was having an injury and on her way back, but she was not 100%, so she was going through the motions, getting back into tournament play, but she was definitely not at her best.
No. And she knows of all the players on the tour that
12-7.
Ratchanok is the one she's struggled with the most.
Yes.
And she knows she has to be 100% fit, probably to beat her.
Yes. When TAI Tzu Ying was almost unbeatable at that time, when she had these 2 years of, you know, beating everyone.
Absolutely.
The only one that was able to beat her at that time was Intanon.
Yeah.
Service over. 8-12.
Oh, that's nice. What a good rally. Oh, my goodness.
Make sure you play proper length. Oh.
Brilliant. Finds the line.
Wipe the court. Change.
Well, there was a shot earlier than that when Ratchanok actually did a full pirouette before she hit the shuttle.
Yeah. Not as and when she was hitting it.
No. Quite remarkable.
9-12. Play.
Oh, terrific net shot from Ratchanok INTANON.
13-9.
She did a pirouette after that backhand block. Ah, yes. Spotted the gap.
14-9.
And she's got a wonderful cross-court smash from her forehand side. It's very crisp, very good smash. That's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Well played, TAI Tzu
Service
Ying.
over. 10-14. TAI Tzu Ying. Shuttle is okay.
Oh, only just hit it her side of the net. Just is good enough, though.
It is. Either it's over or it's not.
Yeah.
That's out.
Service over. 15-10.
Oh my goodness me.
16-10.
Yeah, super backhand smash from Intanon.
17-10.
7-point advantage. Look at that.
It's almost like Li Xijia we saw yesterday. Really good backhand smashes. That's good. That's good by TAI Tzu Ying, closing the net down
Service
nicely
over.
there.
11-17.
Oh, good smash down the line.
Service over.
TAI Tzu Ying had to
18-11.
guess, and she chose the backhand side. Good smash down the line.
Well, time is running out for TAI Tzu Ying.
Intanon, show the place where to wipe.
No player from Chinese Taipei has ever contested a final here at the Korean Open. Women's singles discipline.
Thank you. Play.
Another one goes out. 2 points away from a second final
11.
here for Ratchanok INTANON, 5 years after her first. Match point opportunities.
20, match point 11. Game.
And that's it, first time of asking. And the beaten finalist from 5 years ago, Ratchanok INTANON, books her place in a second final here at the Korea Open, beating the current world #1 TAI Tzu Ying. TAI Tzu Ying definitely not herself today, and in my opinion, probably, although we don't know for certain, probably concerned about an injury or stiffness in her leg, because she's definitely wearing a big support on her hamstring or quad muscle. But there is confirmation of the score, 21-19, 21-11 in 32 minutes. Welcome back to